Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Within the last couple of hours, there's been an assassination attempt on the former president Donald Trump's life. And if you're not privy or aware of this situation, I'm going to allow this video to bring you up to speed. Watch closely.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Moving his hair. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move.
Up.
Move. Go.
Up. Hawkeye's here.
We ready?
Okay, we are watching live at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, where former President Trump was speaking on the stage. There has been some kind of disturbance that clearly sets law enforcement and Secret Service into motion, immediately jumping around the former president in a protective mode. The crowd has been screaming. They are standing by. You can hear some voices there saying, "Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go?" We are looking at President Trump. This does not look good. I'm going to be honest with you, from what we can see right here, it looks like they are attempting to move him out, that he may have been injured. He is holding up his arm. He is pumping his fist, but clearly Secret Service wants to get him out of this situation.
Let's stop there. I have a few definitions and some information about the state of Pennsylvania for you, brothers, because from my view, this is nothing more than a psychological operation, a sleight of hand, and a red herring. Now, red herring, by definition, we're looking at the second definition. It means a clue or a piece of information that is or is intended to be misleading or distracting. This is nothing more than a distraction here, brothers, a bluff or a ruse. Let's go to the definition of ruse.
Ruse.
An action intended to deceive someone, a trick. Let's come out of that and let's go here to sleight of hand. Sleight of hand, by second definition, it means a skillful deception. And let's come out of this here, right? Because Pennsylvania is known as a swing state. Now, it states here, in American politics, a swing state, also known as a battleground state, toss-up state, or purple state, is any state that could reasonably be won by either Democrat or Republican candidate in a statewide election, most often referring to presidential elections, by a swing in votes. Now, I'll share this with you, a fact about the state of Pennsylvania. It reads this: in June, the U.S. News handicapped Pennsylvania as one of those handful of toss-up states for the 2024 presidential election. That's despite Trump's 2016 victory being a recent rarity. Democrats had otherwise won the state in every election since 1992. Republicans, however, won Pennsylvania throughout the 1980s. You see, the Lord is putting the spirit on these devils to move their hand because they know that their time is short. As a matter of fact, let's come out of that and let's go to the book of Revelation, because you have to consider this. You know, Trump just survived a supposed assassination attack. Consider the support and the monies, the financing he's going to get now. He's going to win that state easily, okay? But let's go to Revelation, the 12th chapter, in the 12th verse. It reads this: "Therefore rejoice ye, O heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that his time is short. These devils know that they are running out of time. So the Lord is putting the spirit on them to move. And the prophecies told us that it will be this way in the latter days. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. Let's come back down to 15. All right. And it reads, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. And they shall not regard their kings nor their princes. Isn't Trump likened unto the king of America? Yes, he is, right? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, so even if this did, or even if this was real, right? The Lord told us that these sorts of events would occur. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2, and it reads, I will stir up Egyptian against Egyptian. Brother will fight against brother, neighbor against neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. When he states Egyptian against Egyptian, what does that mean in modern day terms? American against American. You got some hardcore Edomite rednecks that when it comes to this blue state and red state politician war, they hate each other. They're at each other's necks. You understand me? They don't think nothing about deleting a politician. 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 31. And it states, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Okay? Let's come from here. Even when Yahushua walked the earth, he made this statement that in the latter times, in Matthew chapter 10, verse 21, it reads, and brother shall deliver brother unto death. And again, that not only goes for the house of Israel, that goes for these heathens too as well. All right? They won't think anything about deleting one another. If you brothers can recall that video where a father and a son got into some sort of a skirmish in the house and the son cut the father's head off, man. All right? Politics and or politicians are likened unto gods unto these Egyptians, aka Americans. You understand? And again, brothers, in my humble opinion, this was nothing more than a psyop. But those of us who are of the hopeful elect, we're not deceived by the devil's deceptions. In 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, it reads, lest Satan, which is Esau Edom, should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Hey, brothers, from my view, you know, I could be wrong. This was nothing more than a red herring here. All right? Shalom.